Welcome to Main Street Minds with your host, Amish Munshi. This is where industry leaders and seasoned pros share their secrets to success beyond limits. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome to Main Street Minds. Today we have a very special guest, Sreeprasad, with us. And one of the important things happening in the world is identifying how information is stored and how is it sorted. And historically, if we see, there has been multiple social media platforms that have tried to do this, but very few have actually succeeded. But the magic behind the scenes is what Sri Prasad actually drives. So let's speak about some complex algorithms today and see what is the magic that makes companies, social media, IT successful. So without any further delay, let's introduce Sri Prasad. Tell us your secrets and make us successful.
Hello all. My name is Sreeprasad. I work at Reddit. My work is on the trust and safety stream at Reddit. And there is no magic bullet. Uh, there is no such thing like if you take that magic algorithm or magic thing, it will solve all the problems. It's literally, in my understanding, boils down to consistency.
Mhm.
Consistency is the one that drives. It's consistency, and it's a similarly the word discipline.
Mhm.
But in my mind, motivation drives you so far, but consistency takes you towards the end goal. So keep on doing good things, learn different, take challenges and learn different things, and consistently start doing things that you keep track of things that what you're doing, and keep track of your time, what you're doing, keep track of your goals, and constantly work towards your goal one small step at a time. It's not possible to reach um, the end goal in one big leap. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And like even before we get there, I think I missed one step. Like the very first thing that I would like to know is like how did you get started? Like what got you interested in doing tech?
yeah, I did my master's from Rochester Institute of Technology, and from there I was very interested in how to use data structures.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that time onwards, I started doing coding assignments, uh, coding competitions,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and that led me to my first company in the US, BlackRock, which is in New York.
Yeah.
Uh, there I worked as an associate, starting from their internal systems. And while I was working there also, I used to work on coding problems and coding assignments apart from work. Any of the coding competitions that you can see online, um, I was not good at it at the time, um, but I kept on learning new things, and that tremendously helped me in my work also and outside of work also. I met a lot of interesting people. I used to go to hackathons, learned a lot of things. Trusting yourself in a very uncomfortable situation is very difficult. And once you start doing those things which are uncomfortable for you, for example, going to a hackathon, public speaking, then you will realize like how to conquer those fears. And that, I feel, is a very valuable lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. You bring up a very important point about never being settled, being consistent, and things don't just happen suddenly. Having some goals, having some consistency, and hopefully having some direction
Yeah.
from does definitely help. Did you have a vision saying this will be your role? Like in when you started, like did you have a vision saying this is where you will be?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Uh, I I I genuinely did not know that I will be in the place where I am today. When I was starting, not even in my dreams. I
Yeah.
uh, I practiced for what could worst happen, and I prepared for what would worst happen, and I
Mhm.
consistently tried to give my best in whichever company that I worked with and outside of company also. So
Mhm.
uh, I did have a liking or a um like I wanted to do coding and I wanted to build a system infrastructure and I wanted to work on complex distributed system problems. So
Mhm.
that was what my heart went, and that's something that I tried to do consistently each day. And I did not have a plan that I would end up at this role or that role at any point in life. It's just that it happened to be while I was working that I got an opportunity and I grabbed it and I worked on it.
Yeah, makes sense. So I know a lot of people mention like, hey, you should have like goals, like probably 1 year or 2 year goals, I think do make sense. But in the long run, it's about what you like to do and kind of what your heart desires, right? That always takes
Yeah,
over everything else. The goals can only be succeeded if they align with what you like to do. So
yeah.
that's a very important learning for me today.
Yeah, I do have, like you said, a 1 year goal is like 2 month, too
Yeah.
much long term. But I do have short term goals that I track like in like every engineer on a Google Sheets. I do have that, but that provides me a direction. And
Yeah.
something that I've learned with from my friends is back backtracking. That means if you want to go somewhere. Uh, you have a timeline, you have a goal set. So backtrack from assuming that you are there, what would you have done to reach there? And
Mhm.
that's a backtracking system, and that leads you to what is one thing that I can do today
Mhm.
that will help me reach to where I want to go,
Yeah.
and do that one thing alone. And that plan or that direction helped me a lot. But
Mhm.
like you said, 1 year plan, I don't know what will happen in 1 year. Things So many things can change. Technology changes like in an instant. So I don't have like a 1 year plan, but I do have a direction.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense. So, tell us a little bit about how's your journey been? Like, I know you mentioned you started off with BlackRock. Right now, you're at Reddit. Like, was it a direct change from BlackRock to Reddit?
No, no, I worked at BlackRock since I think 2010, 2012. Then I went to a startup. From there I went to another company called Yodel,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and that got acquired. Um, all my friends and most of the people who I knew and my managers went to Google after the acquisition, and I
Yeah.
felt kind of left alone in the company. So then I applied, and then
Mhm.
I got into LinkedIn, um, and that's how I came to the Bay Area. I was completely a New Yorker. I still am. I then I came to California based because of LinkedIn, and from LinkedIn I came to Reddit after working for LinkedIn, I think three and a half something years, and then I came to Reddit. I love Reddit, and the engineering culture at Reddit is really good, and that's how I reached. It was not like a path I charted
Mhm.
that I'll go like and reach at Reddit. Uh, the the engineering team and the excellence of the engineering teams is what motivated me
Mhm.
and to move. And the the one thing that I will tell is like have a goal and work towards your goal, and step by step, and you will definitely reach your goal. It's just a matter of time, and nothing stopping you other than yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So tell us a little bit more about you. You started off with liking data structures, right? Like out of this whole long tenure, still emerging, still in progress. But how do you has those visions and desires changed? Like once you achieve a specific level, do you feel like saying, okay, like now I want to do something different? Like, do you go through
Yeah.
that, or that desire stays longer term?
I am curious. So I back in India, I worked in TCS.
Hmm.
There were coding competition at that time, um, and data structures was something which I really loved. So I used to go and attend those. And then when I came to US, I took my master's in computer science, and that data structure passion stayed with me. But working in big companies, you're not just working on data structures, you're working on a domain, you're working on large distributed system problems. And that's where I got curious about, hey, what does it take to build system at scale?
Hmm.
It is one thing to have like a web application running on localhost 8080, but
Yeah.
it's a completely different game when you have a big
Yeah.
multi-repo microservices running, um, and there is a lot of institutional tribal knowledge that you get while working in that domain, and that curiosity to understand how things work, that curiosity to understand um, how to solve actual problems that users care about.
Yeah.
That is what spikes always my interest. Like engineering or software is a, a venue or a medium to solve user problems.
Hmm.
What does user face? What does our customer face problem? That is what people care about, not, oh, I made this uh, time complexity wise from O of n square to O of 1. Like, sure,
Hmm.
but maintaining that O of 1 is also an issue. And that's not a time complexity we usually consider while coding problems.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so I think what you're saying is the kind of the willingness and the desire kind of stayed the same, but it just matured into saying what was driving that desire, right? Like kind of
That's true.
why. I think the why came up, saying why are we doing the distributed system? It's like to solve the end user's uh, goal, and I think that's just a level of maturity that only like very few people actually able to reach. Like figuring out the why and identifying the correct why. That's extremely cool. So tell us more about where you see yourself. Like, what are some of the things that you like to do? Where do you see yourself in like a few years? Like, what are some of your next goals?
Yeah, I'm really passionate about ML. I'm studying about ML. I'm uh, doing courses and other things to keep myself updated about ML. Um, I am also doing a lot of so vibe coding. This is something that Andre Kapati like popularized, and this has helped a lot of people who both technical and non-technical, who know and like no code to low code, to build and spin up things which people can use, iterate, and see what works for them. In the long run, I would see myself as uh, uh, an ML leadership role in ML, and that's where I am curious and learning towards.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think that's a very important goal. So what is required? Like if somebody wants to like let's say start a career now in ML, what are some of the starting points that you would recommend somebody like is it a specific course, a specific book? Where should somebody start?
I don't have a specific book or course. Like I learned from YouTube videos. I learned from the uh, Reddit's ML subreddits. There's a lot of
Mm.
starting resources that people have posted. People have also posted what worked and what did not work from those resources. So I usually go read what's there on those subreddits and sign up or like read about papers, and try small things at home. Like you can spin up like a server, go to Hugging Face,
Yeah.
spin up an API, and try to use those things. And to use those things, I mean, use it as a way to solve some problem for a user.
Hmm.
Pet projects are good, but you should also try to see if it can help somebody in the process. So that's what I have been doing.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about something interesting. Like what are you tinkering with? What are you trying to build? Like what are some of the simple
Yeah.
examples that somebody can try out at home?
Yeah, there are so many things. Like I like I said, vibe coding is something which I really like and do. There are like being in the Bay Area, you are like visibly close to a lot of hackathons and like vibe coding summits. So yesterday only I attended a vibe coding summit wherein the presenter was telling about like vibe coding and all. While he was telling about like vibe coding, I vibe coded a website where you can ask questions
Mm-hmm.
to the speaker, and people can upvote and downvote those questions. So
Yeah.
people don't have to ask repeating the same questions again and again. And also the questions that were upvoted most will bubble up
Mm-hmm.
more than the questions that were has less number of votes. So
Mm-hmm.
while he was talking only, I vibe coded this and I demoed this after. And these are some things that I think anybody can do. It's not required to be technical at all in this world of ChatGPT and Claude. So I think everybody should start doing some side projects. It's not only helping them in their career by showcasing these projects to others who would need those, but also you would learn something, and just for the fun of it,
Mm-hmm.
just see how difficult it is to debug a thing, but just see how easy is it when you have somebody like Claude or something just helping you out. So those things really matter. So start with side projects, start and see where you love or have your passion, and go forward with it. So try out the different things. That's what
Sure.
I would leave that message.
Yeah, and you did bring up like ChatGPT as well as Claude. I know there are a few others as well which people use to like develop code. Like I think there was I'm missing the name, but there is one that integrates within the IDEs and helps you out within there, right? So, like, what are some of the tools you are using right now?
So I tinker with a lot of tools. Some of the tools that I personally used is Cursor.
Mm-hmm.
I've used Lovable,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and Gemini. There is a Gemini backed one. Um, yeah, Claude. Obviously, uh, most of the things are GitHub Copilot.
Right. Yeah, yeah. It's amazing how many technologies
There
are,
is.
integrated into things, right? Like I almost forgot that the GitHub and Microsoft merger that happened like I think what a decade ago,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Time.
So has LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah. So so tell us a little bit more outside of work. What do you like to do? Like are you with family? Do you go out for
Yeah.
traveling?
Yeah, we do. Our friends are here all in the Bay Area, so we get together as a group and go book an Airbnb and go for some outing. I play chess a lot online, so that takes a lot of like you start with like, okay, let's play for 1 minute, but usually it ends up like 10 minutes to 15 minutes. And I do go for a lot of hackathons here in the Bay Area. Um, I judge hackathons a lot,
Oh, nice.
and I try to volunteer in nonprofits. So Bay Area, I think, gives you that ability to pick and choose what you like.
Mhm.
I'm sure there are other places also which does the same. And you can always find something that's going on in SF that you've never seen, and you can definitely be a part of it.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense, and it's amazing how you're able to like collaborate and like do so many different things in life. Like it's just amazing. So, so as we are coming closer towards the end of this episode, are there any other points that you would like to share with somebody that's looking to start a career in tech?
Uh, to somebody or anybody who's starting to look for a career in tech, uh, I would say do side projects and
Mhm.
showcase them on LinkedIn so that people get to know you. People get to see your work. It doesn't matter whether you have 10 user or 20 user, but trying different things out helps you understand how complex it is to build something and put it online.
Yeah.
Uh, Definitely have a grounding. I see a lot of people saying that like CS is not no longer required. I do genuinely believe that CS is required. If nothing helps out, I think the networking that you get from all the people around the course will be super helpful in your long-term career. Uh, and Consistency beats everything.
Mhm.
Try to be consistent in whatever you are doing, and yeah, go for
Yeah.
the best. Yeah.
I think that brings up some. I was almost towards the end of this episode, but I just came across one question that, if you're okay, I'll ask again.
Yeah,
Saying,
yeah, yeah.
like, how are you, like, you did mention consistency, right? And just related to on that same terms, I was thinking, like, how do you handle something where you're like, you face a challenge and it's not working, right? Like, let's say you wanted to learn, like, just not you, but somebody wanted to learn ML, and they're just not able to get a job in ML. Like, what should they be doing?
They should be, in my opinion, attending ML conferences, seeing like there are free, which are like free. I'm not like asking you to pay for something, but there are a lot of ML resources that are available which are for free.
Hmm.
Stanford has a lot of courses which are just online.
Hmm.
Those courses are really valuable. I genuinely see people looking at those Stanford courses and building things. So
Yeah.
those are free resources, and you have to network a lot to find out the people that can help you in finding like ML roles. And you have to be genuine about it. Like, you're not like asking
Oh,
for
yeah.
anything. You definitely want to see what's working for them, how you can help them, and building side projects in ML. That will also greatly, immensely help you. First thing that you see is trust, right? Like, I can see your code on GitHub and see how much you have contributed towards it, rather than you just giving me a resume. So that makes a big difference in the world of job.
Yeah, so I think being consistent, and if you do face a hurdle, then spend more resources and time to overcome it and just continue forward with what you want to do. I think, if just to summarize kind of
Sure.
what
Yeah.
it could be more than just sitting and doing more work. Sometimes we have to do a little something slightly different, right? Like contributing to a project, doing some volunteer work, networking a little bit. Some of these may not look very intuitive, because a lot of people that are like really good at something, they don't want to do networking.
Yeah.
But once you get a hang of it, it's a good thing for you. You most it's like cycling or something, right? The first time we
Yeah.
try it, you're not going to like it probably.
Yeah.
Once
Absolutely.
you
And
get the hang of it, it's like amazing experience.
yeah, absolutely. And offer something in return, like
Yeah.
help others religiously. Like, don't expect something that they will return back to you just for the sake of networking. Like, help people genuinely, and people are nice. People will help you out.
Yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, thanks. That's extremely valuable. Thanks for taking your time on a very early Saturday morning. I really appreciate all the help and insight you're providing to the viewers. It's very valuable. Thanks, Shri Prasad.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy Main Street Minds, and I would highly encourage people to watch all the videos. Thank you.
Thanks.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Main Street Minds. Want to share your journey with our audience? Head over to mainstreetmindspodcast.com/guest to apply.